You guys have been loving my Dollar Tree hacks videos, so I'm back again with another one today. So many great new finds as well as tried and true items you have always seen and maybe walked by. I'm going to show you some fun new ways to use them and also the items you should definitely be grabbing right now at Dollar Tree. So settle in and let's go shopping. On my recent trip to Dollar Tree for this video, the first thing I saw were these solar lanterns and I got an idea right away. Now I've seen a lot of people hang them up with shepherd's hooks, but I didn't want to have to buy that many, so I grabbed 2 packs of these S hooks and hung them on our fence. We have this metal pole in between that's covered with wood, so it made it super easy to hang this up and add some lighting to our backyard. But this would also be an amazing hack for camping. You can hang them up individually or hang them up together, and this would help light the way. No batteries, quick and easy. Another great use for those S hooks from the laundry aisle are hanging signs and wreaths on cabinets without any damage. I love this because I can hook it on my hutch or my cabinets. I go right over that crown molding and it hangs these light decor items throughout my house. You can also use those S hooks for towels out by your pool, out by the lake, or again, if you're camping, they hook on wherever there is an opening. They have a protective little rubber piece, so they're not going to hurt anything. And if you can't find those, you can grab any variety of Dollar Tree's over the door hangers. They work just the same to help your items dry, whether it be on a fence or even on a chair. Now, this is one of my favorite entertaining hacks for pool parties. Grab a couple of these over the door hangers, put them on your fence, and you can hang up a ton of different towels. What I also like to do is put it on our fence gate so as people are leaving, they see their towels and they don't leave them behind. If you're like me and love a good chip and dip combo for a summer party, this hack is for you. Grab a margarita glass, and this is going to turn any bowl that you already have into a chip and dip bowl. You're going to put the margarita glass in the center, fill it with chips. I'm doing tortilla chips, but you could do literally any chips. Load up your dip, and it is good to go. What I also really love about this, not only is it cute, super functional, it's easy to carry one-handed. So if you're going in and out to the pool, it makes it really easy. And speaking of the pool, if you're in a situation where you don't want the glass to break, just grab yourself a plastic one. They have so many different options in the summer. And while we're on the topic of outdoor entertaining, nothing is worse than putting down a plastic tablecloth and having it blow everywhere and flip up. So what I like to do is weight them down with something that you have seen at your Dollar Tree time and time again, and that is clothespins. Now, Dollar Tree does sell these tablecloth clips, but you only get 4 in a pack. So if you're doing a larger party and you've got multiple tables, it can get really pricey. So 54 in a pack is definitely the way that I like to go. I flip up the edge, I kind of pleat it just a little bit, and then I clip 2 to 3 on there, and then I flip it right back down. That is going to weigh it down without it looking wonky, and it's going to hold your tablecloth down. Another great tablecloth hack, don't buy them at Dollar Tree. Buy them at Walmart instead. You can get them a lot cheaper, and you can also get multi-packs. So word to the wise, if you've got a few to buy, get them not from Dollar Tree. You're watching Whiskey and Whit. My name is Whitney, and if you're new here, welcome. If you are a Whiskey Craft Buddy, welcome back. I'm so glad to have you. On this channel, I share all things DIY and budget home decor, as well as hacks to help you save your time, money, and your sanity. And on top of the hacks, I promised you the new finds you need to keep your eye out for. And this one I'm so excited about because I think this is indicative of what is going to be coming for back to school. And you guys know Dollar Tree back to school is one of my favorites. They now have these containers. You have been on my page at all. I love these for so many different things. We use these in our diaper bag for snacks. It keeps the mess contained. You can see what's going on inside. They take vinyl beautifully. These are also great for items here within my craft room. So these are definitely going to be a hot item at Dollar Tree. Also buy them. I saw some acrylic risers for your desk, for your computer. These would also make great items for organization. The only thing is they had 3 left. All 3 of them are cracked. So not sure if it's the best quality acrylic, but I wasn't going to buy them if it was already cracked. But I want to let you know in case you see them at your store. Another very new find that I am so excited about are these magnetic dryer sheet holders. I saw folks sharing them online probably up until a month ago, but they didn't hit my stores till recently. I wanted them because we love koozies to put soda in, to put water bottles in, to put whatever beverage in, and they weren't corralled. And also it was hard when people were over to be able to like find somewhere to put them. So this is great. I can either stick them onto our grill outside on the side of our metal cooler, or just right here on the fridge if people are coming to grab a beverage. They can grab these out, and then I can also move them to where it needs to go. I also grabbed a second one and I use it on the side of our fridge to put my daily multivitamins. Before they were in the cabinet because I wanted them off the counter, but out of sight, out of mind for me. So here they're holding these bottles up for me and I see them when I make my coffee every morning. As I was sitting there editing, I thought, wouldn't this be great for a craft cart for some of your lighter items? It sticks on really well. This is the Hudson cart from Michaels. Pop it right on there, and then you can put some lighter items in there. You can't put anything too heavy, but this is my hobby knife and it works great. I shared these before when they had some really cute checkered print, but look how fun these are. They are actually for food storage, so like if you're taking food or gifting it to somebody, but these are perfect because when you open it, they are open on the inside. So you can use these for gifts. You can fit some like little crinkly paper in there with a gift card. So many different options, but I like to keep these on hand because you get 2 containers in one package, and these are such fun prints. I have a feeling now that we've seen them a couple times, they're going to keep rolling them out. So keep your eyes peeled. These are in the like Tupperware food storage aisle where you find all of the plastic containers. And then in that same vein, summer is a great time to get these really fun, oversized, reusable totes. I found this really cute summer one, and I also grabbed this orange one. These are great to keep in your stash for gift wrapping as well. It's also great if you are gifting for a shower because I like to put gifts in these, take them to a bridal or baby shower, and especially if it's at a restaurant, these bags now become something that they can put other gifts in and get them home a lot easier. So just throw some tissue in there. These are great to gift, and then they can use it well beyond just that time. With the summer comes so many opportunities to connect with friends and family, to also go visit, to spend the day at maybe somebody's pool. And a lot of times you have folks that say you don't need to bring anything, but I don't want to show up empty-handed. So here is a great idea to have on hand for when you go do that. I like to grab a fun, festive grouping of plates and napkins. And if you can find a napkin that you like or a plate vice versa, just go with a solid color for the other one and it makes it so easy. I just use my tape runner, I stick them together, I tie it with raffia, and I add one of these free printables that I have for you over in my library. It just says, "Dinner and dishes are on us tonight, thank you." You can also grab a gift card from Dollar Tree if you don't already have one, but I love to do DoorDash because then it doesn't limit them. They also don't have to go out to get it, and it doesn't have to be a ton, but it's a cute little way to say thank you for letting us come over for the pool if somebody's watching your kids. Whatever, it is a quick and easy but looks super thoughtful gift. This Sure Fresh container, this is a plus find. It's $6, but the sides snap. So these are going to stack easily. You're going to be able to store a bunch of stuff in here. I'm thinking I might go buy a different hobby, or these would also be great for kids stuff. I think I might get one for the boys' Disney Pixar Cars themed toys, because we're always looking for certain characters to reenact the scenes. So having them in a container that locks will be perfect. I love to have one of these Dollar Tree thermal bags just in my trunk because it never fails. I'm out grabbing craft supplies and I realize we need milk or French fries or whatever. You throw it in there, it's going to stay cold for you until you get home. If you're anything like our family, you get your stuff home, and if you're busy or you're tired, you just throw it into the freezer, and it's hard to find what you're looking for. So we are going to tackle this. Each one of these hacks videos, I've been tackling something specific. We've done a pantry, we've done the boys' bathroom. We're going to tackle our freezer in this video. You can grab either these Sterilite ones, or I also like these narrow and wide clear bins because they slot in really nice. I like these because they fit in our freezer well, but you may want to measure and go to the store so that you know what size bins are going to fit. I sorted things by like French fries, breakfast, chicken tenders, and also, don't judge me, but it was a huge mess, so it gave me a really good opportunity to deep clean our freezer, which is always nice because it's not something that's on the top of my list. I went through and sorted everything, made sure the door was going to fit again, and this has been such a welcomed change. It's one of those things that you put off, but once you do it, it's super nice, and now we can find everything we want in the freezer. There's nothing expired. Such a great win. Now this next one is from the regular aisles. So this one is $1.25 and it is this spice rack. Now this is great for your cabinets to put spices on because you've got a tiered riser, but we love Tonies boxes here in our house. We've got one the boys share and we've got all these little characters and they're just tossed into a container right now. I'm going to trick this out into a little custom Tony situation with a little bit of magnets. So then that way the boys can see what they have to pick their characters from to play the music. So what I needed to do was add a little bit of magnetic sheet to this so then the Tonies would grip to that to kind of keep them all in one place. So I took a piece of just regular printer paper, pushed it in to create a template. I'm just using my finger. And then once I got a template that I wanted, then I used that to cut out my magnetic sheet. These have a sticky back, and I use these on a ton of different things. I love having these on hand. I just recently made a travel sewing kit. I've made magnetic tins for needlepoint. I love these from Amazon. Once they are trimmed, I just stuck them down, and then I was able to take all the little figurines and put them on whatever level that they fit on. So then that way the boys have a space for these to go back and live. The magnets are not super, super strong, so I'm not as worried about safety, but it will hold it if the boys are moving it around that they're not going to go flopping. And it's also easy for my little guy Henry to pull them off. So much so that he was so excited. I was getting some footage and we had to put it right down on the floor because he wanted to use it right away. So this is a mom one. Whether you're at the pool, the beach, camping, road tripping, coolers are such a summer staple. So here are some of my absolute favorite Dollar Tree cooler hacks. Number one, grab a couple of these cooling racks. You're going to put your first layer down with your ice and your drinks, then you're going to add that rack. For the next layer, you can put things like lunch meat, cheese, condiments, especially if you're having a picnic, this is great. And then your third layer is going to be your stuff you don't want to get wet. Like if you're trying to keep aloe vera cold or your buns, etc., then that way all of your stuff is going to stay cold in the cooler, but it's not going to get soggy. Speaking of getting soggy, here's another great way to do this, and you don't have to worry about running out for that last minute bag of ice. Take some of these containers, you can use any of them that are freezer safe, fill it up with some water, and I like these snap lids so I know it's not going to spill. Freeze those before you head out and put those inside your cooler to add some extra coolness. Then what you can do is as the water starts to melt, you can get rid of it and take your items with you as a little to-go container. If you've got paper items such as cups, straws, stevia packets, really anything, put it in a Ziploc bag and use some either painter's tape or masking tape to tape it to the lid. Then it is going to keep it all up there for you. You can peel it off, take out what you need from the bag, and then stick it right back up there, and it's going to save it from floating in all of that water. Also, grab some zip ties for your cooler. I swear to you, we always put out a towel and also a bottle opener at parties, and sometimes they just walk away and then the next person can't open their drink. I like to zip tie it to the side of the cooler, then that way folks can use it. It's easily accessible, but no one's going to walk off with it or put it on a separate table where you can't find it. Now you may notice those glow sticks in the cooler, and that is another one of my favorite things to do, especially for bonfires or for camping. I like to grab these little baton sticks, not the little bracelet ones, but these sticks. Crack them and shove them into the ice in your cooler. Then that way when people open it up, they're going to be able to see what's in there and grab what they need instead of having to get their phone out, blast in the light. This helps so much. And then this one's kind of cooler adjacent. I love to have coffee filters on hand for so many different reasons in the summer. They are great alternatives to paper plates because you could put things like hot dogs and desserts right inside. This is also great if your kids play summer sports, if you do double headers and you grill out, put it on there. It's going to reduce the amount of trash that you have. And I swear, every time we have a party, we don't have enough trash space and we end up backed up for weeks. So this is a huge help on that. If you love floaties like our family does, but hate having to get them to and from your destination, and then you've got to take the air out and it's such a pain, you're definitely going to want to throw a pack of binder clips into your bag. Or if you've got 2 or 3 floaties, just 2 or 3 binder clips. You're going to pinch it and put it right where you would normally pinch it with your fingers to let the air come out and just let it sit. Do the rest of the stuff that you need to do to pack up to leave your destination, and your air is going to come out. Like this one, all the air mostly came out on its own. It just needed a couple more little squishes and we were good to go. I love to have fresh flowers around in the summer, especially now that I'm growing a cut flower garden, but if you don't have any flower food, they don't last as long, so here is a quick way to make your own. Grab yourself some vinegar as well as some sugar. You can use stuff you have lying around. You don't have to have the Dollar Tree kind for this. You're going to start with some water, room temperature, and we're going to do 3 tablespoons of sugar and 2 tablespoons of distilled white vinegar. Then you can either stir it with a spoon or stir it with one of the stems that you have, and then you are going to cut all of your flower stems at an angle, remove any extra leaves that you need to, and then you're going to be good to go. This is definitely going to prolong the life of your flowers. Now, so many of you guys have told me that Sprite also works for flower food, adding that into the water. I haven't tried that personally, but if you have, let me know down below. Are there any other hacks for flower food? I would love to know. Last video, I was really excited to share with you guys my new craft finds at Dollar Tree. The main one being Polyfill. I was so excited that they are now going to carry those kind of medium-sized bags of Polyfill. Definitely a great find for $3. And really, I usually only need a little bit anyway, so it's nice that I don't have to store a big bag. Another item I found recently in the craft section are these stamps. They are so pretty. Now, the stamps are not new to Dollar Tree. They have had stamps before, but these designs are really pretty and stuff that you would see in like more boutique-y vibes or like higher end craft stores to get stamps. You get all of these for $1.25, and obviously I haven't used them yet, but when I have a project, I will absolutely share them with you, and I think these are a great find for $1.25. If you're entertaining and trying to beat the heat this summer, I love these drip pans from the automotive section. Now hear me out. Add some ice to the bottom, and then you can put things like dips or anything else like cheese platters that you want to stay cold. It is going to keep those cold, but it's going to keep the ice contained. And it is a great and inexpensive way to keep things cool for your parties. Now, if you're doing more of a buffet style situation, you can also do this a little bit ahead of time. And these I've been doing for years. I believe I originally shared this in like 2021. So I've been doing this for forever. You grab 2 of these lasagna pans or whatever size you need, fill one up about halfway with water, and just pop it in your freezer. You can put it in your normal freezer, but the chest freezer works better for me just for space. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take the second one, and you can either pop it right on top and put food right in there, or you can put your containers on top of it. That block of ice is going to take a while to melt, and it is going to keep your items nice and cool as you're serving at your summer events. Some fun new finds in the beauty aisle. Now, I'm definitely not a beauty guru, but here's some items that I saw online I have grabbed. And the first one are these chilled jelly eye masks. I love eye masks to have them on when I'm drying my hair because it really feels like a self-care moment. So I've tried these out one time, so I can't speak too long use because I just got them, but they've got algae extract, niacinamides, aloe vera, hyaluronic acid, cruelty and paraben free. So they had some caffeine ones, some other options, but I think these are just nice to pamper yourself while you're getting ready just for any occasion. I also found this really cute hair clip. This is perfect for summer. It's nice to have in a bag so that you can throw your hair back. Speaking of hair, I grabbed these 2 items, these combs. This one I thought would be so great for a beach bag because you could, you know, detangle. It's got the wide tooth and the thinner one. And then this one is a volumizing comb, but this is great if you do any sort of hair mask or to just put in your bag. It goes through wet hair beautifully. As a mom on the go with 2 little boys this summer, I definitely wanted to grab more of these. They've been coming out with limited edition scents and these BioPure antibacterial wipes. I have one in my purse. I've got one in the diaper bag. I've got ones in the glove box in our car, and these are just nice because if you're playing at the park and you want a clean hand, scents aren't overpowering and it's really easy to just clean up your kids' hands and go. I found a 5-pack of microfiber cloths in the automobile section. I love these because they are great for cleaning. They're also great for picking up dust. These are also super great for cleaning off your electronics. You can spritz just a little bit of water. You can also buff it out with just it plain. And I also grabbed another container of these just to have for my husband and Finn for their glasses. In my last Dollar Tree hacks video, we focused on crafts and home decor hacks, so I will link that for you if you missed it. I got some lemon drying mats and I made some really cute like bins to organize items in my craft room. These, they were clearancing out at my Dollar Tree, so they were just $1. They're these cute little bee ones. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for these. If you're interested in that super simple sewing pattern, I will link that video down below. I'll show you how you can turn this into a little organization bin. So quick and easy. It's like 6 stitches and definitely beginner friendly. As a mom to 2 very active young boys ages 6 and 1, I have tried my fair share of Dollar Tree hacks for summer activities. Here are the best ones, hands down, that we do time and time again that are definitely worth your money. Number 1, if you have a water table, grab some of this baby wash. You can use any brand. You just want something that's gentle, mild, fragrance-free, tear-free, whatever buzzword is on there. And this is going to create magic because the suds just enamor the kids. It works for every kid we've had over. My boys love it. You just fill it up, the suds help, and then that gentle and mild baby soap is going to be totally fine if they happen to splash in their face. Another water tried and true are these sponge water balloons. I grabbed some of these cellulose sponges. You want to make sure that you get these plain ones and not anything with the abrasive scrub on the side. And then you're going to bring them home and cut some slits in them. What I do is I go up from the bottom and top just to the center, but leave a little strip so that you've got two pieces with just some fringes. Then you're going to take two of your sponges, put them together, and then use a rubber band to attach them. What I love about these is not only do you not have to fill up water balloons, you don't have the bits around the yard, and also they do not hurt if you get hit with one. It's just kind of like a thud, which I appreciate as a mom of two boys. The other thing we love for water play outside are these Hot Wheels tracks because you can run the cars down. I hook them onto the table with just some twine, and then I take the other end into a container with water. Finn has done this for years and absolutely loves it, asks for it all the time, and will keep them entertained for a long time. For the school-aged kiddos, I love having sheet protectors and a binder on hand. I went online and I printed out some of these custom handwriting sheets for Finn with things that I knew he would like to write. Practicing handwriting is huge because he's heading into first grade, and we want to make sure that the stuff that he learned in kindergarten this past year does not go away or he loses it because he didn't use it. So he loves to write with the Expo marker. It makes practicing fun, and he can do it over and over again because it erases right off. For my sandbox families or beach families, lake families, anywhere with sand, get a pop-up hamper. I've been sharing this for years, but it is so helpful because all you have to do is shake the sand out and then it's ready to be stored, put in your car, or go wherever it needs to go. And it also doubles as a bag. These Be Pure eye pads are back every year. They do different prints, but these are great for kids because I put them in the fridge and they're not only great for small little boo-boos or bug bites, scrapes, but it's also great if they get hot. Finn likes to put it on his neck, on his arm. It's a nice way to cool down and it makes it fun for them. Every summer we go visit family in northern Wisconsin on a road trip, and so this is one of my best tried and true things. I grabbed a mesh laundry bag as well as a Dollar Tree container or something you already have on hand and sort by category. So we've got snacks, we've got activities, we've got toys, and then that way both boys can reach them from their car seat. It's self-serve, and they've got a bunch of different options of things to keep them occupied on the road trip. It's also great because when you put it on the seat behind you like this, you can slide it either way if you're driving or a passenger without having to do much work, and everything is right there to keep them entertained. That's going to do it for today's new video. I hope you guys loved it. Also, thank you for coming back. I've taken a couple weeks off. To be totally honest, I have been in a creative rut. I've also had to have my mom hat on to be with my boys, which is such a great thing. And I'm so thankful for the flexibility that you guys give me with this channel so that I can be present as a mom and also I can connect with you guys and create and share. So thanks so much for that. I will be back next week with another video, so be sure that you are on my email list. I send out my free file library password to those folks as well as information on when new content is coming out. So be sure to check that out. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit subscribe if you're new so you don't miss any future Whiskey and What content, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye!